Earlier today, we received a call. Someone had observed the Facebook post of an individual that is he had placed a post on Facebook saying that he was saying goodbye to his friends and family. We responded to the residence and we initiated contact with him. He had barricaded himself inside the bathroom of the residence. While he was barricaded inside the residence, we again spoke to him for several hours until the point where we lost contact with him. We forced entry after 40 to 45 minutes of losing contact with him, forced entry into the bathroom and located him lying on the floor with his wrist had been cut. He was brought to the hospital. He was semi-conscious when he was brought to the hospital. Officers at the scene started some medical tourniquets on his wrist until the EMTs could treat him and remove him to the hospital. The subject that had barricaded himself is a male. I believe he's in his approximately his 40s. I'm not exactly sure of his age. I believe he's in his 40s, and he is also a deputy in another county outside Ulster County.
Is he a deputy sheriff in Orange County?
Yes, he is. I believe that's
and
what he is.
He's had some trouble with the law around shoplifting recently. Is that the same individual?
I'm not exactly sure all the details, but I believe that is correct.
What is his name?
I'm not going to give you that at this time.
Okay. Was there somebody else in the house at the time?
No, he was by himself inside the residence.
When did it begin? When did you?
Honestly, I don't recall the exact time of the call. I ran up here and I didn't pay attention to the time we received the call.
Neighbor said about noon, but that sounds a little early.
No, we weren't up here. It's probably closer. It was probably closer sometime around 2 o'clock, or maybe around 1:30, 2 o'clock, sometime around there.
Is that his house, or does he rent?
I believe he resides. I know he resides there. I don't know if he owns or rents a property.
There was a loud crashing noise. People were saying a gunshot in the streets between 5:35 and 5:40. Do you know what that noise was?
Gaining entry into the bathroom. That was us gaining entry into the bathroom. There was no shots fired. There was no shots fired. There was no discharge of any firearms. We wanted to resolve this safely. We wanted to protect him and also ourselves.
How did you gain entry? What method or tools did you use?
We forced the door. We forced the door open.
Detective Lieutenant Croizer, what was he again? He's a deputy sheriff in Orange County?
Yes, he's a deputy sheriff in Ulster County. That's from what I understand.
Not Ulster, Orange.
I'm sorry, in Orange County. I'm sorry, Orange County.
Yeah.
Did you have communication with him? Did he talk
One of our negotiators had constant communication with him for up until the last 40 minutes, and then we lost communication with him. So at that point, we had to go check on his welfare, to make sure he's safe. We found him in condition. We had EMTs right up the street, staged right up the street, as you could see, and then we brought them back and had him transported to Kingston Hospital.
You said he was semi-conscious. Are the indications at this point that he will survive?
That's not up to me. I don't know. That's going to be on the medical end. All I can tell you, he had lacerations to his wrist.
A knife?
It was a knife, yes.
So did family members alerted you guys?
We're alerted through people who had seen his post on Facebook. I don't know if it was family members or how it came into our station, but we received a call initially from people who observed his post on Facebook.
And I guess, again, what is his, why was he at this house? He doesn't live there, right?
He resides there.
He does live there.
He resides there,
All right.
yes.
And it's he alone? There's no family members?
He resides there appears to be by himself. I don't know if there's anybody else that he resides with.
Does he reside in the whole house, or is he just on the first floor or on the second floor?
He's on the first floor of his residence.
Is he currently employed by the Orange County Sheriff's Office then, or is
Yes,
he a
believe
former
so.
employee?
I believe you'll have to check with them his status with them.
You gave us a DOB or a name?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't gone that far yet. I believe he's in his 40s. I believe he's about my age, in his mid-40s.
And did family members or friends indicate that they had been concerned about his well-being prior
Friends.
to the Facebook post, or was?
Friends have been concerned, but I don't know any further right now. We're still continuing investigation. We just started this, so we're still continuing investigation. Any other questions?
The note mentioned children and his wife and so on. Do you know, did they live elsewhere? Or?
I know he has other family that live elsewhere.
In the Kingston
in
area?
Orange County?
In the Kingston area.
Oh, Kingston.
And outside, there's other areas in the state also I'm aware of.
Lieutenant, can you tell us anything about the exchanges that went on? Was he?
I'm not going to get into that right now. We're still, preliminary investigation, and we're still following up on it. So,
What hospital did he go to?
Kingston.
And he cut both wrists?
I didn't get to see him. It appeared that he had cut both wrists when they carried him out. He appeared to have bandages on both wrists.
And you're indicating this way? Did they
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I didn't see them. Again,
And he was removed with that ambulance that left.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
And this was just with a steak knife, like a regular.
I didn't get to see the knife. I know there was a knife involved.
A lot of blood loss.
Honestly, I didn't walk inside because it was a crime scene. That back room was a crime scene, so I'm not going to walk in there.
He was unconscious when you found him.
We had no contact with him, but when we did gain entry, we did speak to him briefly. But again, he was semi-conscious.
What precipitated the loss in contact? You said he had been speaking to you for hours. What?
I don't know. I don't know why he stopped talking to us.
Who was the officer in contact with him primarily?
Detective Sergeant Robertson.
Thank you.
This was over telephone or?
He was in contact through verbally through the door,
Yeah.
through the house, and then also via telephone.
Cell phone? Landline?
Cell phone.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Thank you, sir.
Final. How many men did you have out here today, anyways?
We had at least, we're assisted by the Sheriff's Office. Please put that in there. We're assisted by the Ulster County Sheriff's Office. Mobile Life had staged for us, so they assisted us also in that respect. And we had at least, I want to say, a dozen people from the City of Kingston, our Emergency Services Unit, along with Sheriff's deputies helping us conducting traffic and also providing equipment should we need any equipment.
And we saw what looked like police snipers walking around with guns out. What is that about? Was that like the backup plan?
No. When someone is considering to harm themselves, they could harm themselves or force us to harm themselves by shooting at us. So we have to protect ourselves. It's something that we have to protect ourselves, so that's why we had our weapons.
Right.
We also had non-lethal weapons there also that you wouldn't have seen from this position.
Non-lethal weapons, for example?
We had non-lethal weapons. I honestly don't know the exact name, but I know they had tasers and other non-lethal devices available to them should the need arise.
Right.
Were there any indications he was armed either during conversation or when you came in?
He was behind the door. We have to take that in consideration. There was a knife in the bathroom, so yes, he was armed.
No ammunition, though. No
Excuse me?
ammunition at the scene when you found it.
I didn't see any at this point.
The Facebook posts, were they suicidal? I mean, was he
Enough to concern friends and family.
Was he was in the White House? We saw
Yes.
people go in the tan house.
That's 35, right? The house that he
I
was
believe
at?
that's 35, the house that he was at. Yes.
Were there SWAT people? SWAT team? Or
Their emergency services unit.
Okay.
That's what.
that's what they call SWAT
It's
these days?
terms. It might be SWAT. Emergency services unit.
So was the tan house involved?
No,
Okay.
they were just standing on the porch to have an observation inside the house.
Okay.
Okay, is that it?
Thank you very much.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.